Get in here, Pandas! I hope everybody is enjoying the Fortnitemares update. I know I am. It seems like Epic Games is listening to us because they just breathed brand new life into a lot of the POIs, completely removing Reckless Railways and add in Freaky Fields, yeah! That is wonderful, as well as awesome new mobility weapons, cool returns of the Witch's Broom and the Pumpkin Launcher, and sideways weapons that actually slap and feel awesome to use. I'm having a blast with this new update, and we also are getting 20 new Fortnitemares skins, a lot of which are collabs. Some people might be a little bit salty about that, but y'all know how I feel about that. I think collaborations with Fortnite are really good for the game and the franchise that they're collabing with. Now, there's one thing with all this awesome stuff in the map and loot in both Battle Royale and Reload, I just gotta say, there's one thing that leaves me yearning for more, and that is just improvements to the Ranked Battle Royale. I know some other people might understand what I'm talking about. Really quick, let's go over to the Fortnite game and check it out. As you can see currently, there is about 3 times, slightly over, 3 times more players playing Ranked Reload than Ranked Battle Royale. And that number for Ranked Zero build is doubled for Reload, as you can see right here. Why is that now? Because Ranked Reload was supposed to be a fun, slightly more forgiving game mode that was meant to probably contend with Resurgence in Call of Duty, with the popularity of that game mode. However, it seems like people are abandoning Ranked Battle Royale for Ranked Reload. And let me tell you my experience personally. See, last month I grinded to champion rank in Ranked Battle Royale, right? It was during that point that a lot of changes were implemented to the game, and I slowly lost interest in playing. After that, I decided, let me grind Zero build. So I started grinding Zero build, and I reached Elite, which is the highest I've ever been in Zero build. I usually grind to Unreal and Ranked Battle Royale, solo or duo with one of my duo partners, occasionally trios and squads. But mind you, I went from 0 to Elite after getting to champion in Battle Royale, right? Now, what happened about, slightly less than 2 weeks ago was Ranked Reload. Ranked Reload happened. And for Ranked Reload, you already know what I had to do. I had to grind to Unreal, right? So I grinded all the way up to Unreal, and I had so much fun. I was like, hey, dude, I have so much fun with the game. I don't even care if there's building. So you know what I did after that? I went and I ranked up to Unreal in Zero build Ranked Reload. I've had nothing but a blast. And now I just have to say with that, why is it that nobody's playing Ranked Battle Royale anymore? Why is it? I have my theories and I have a few complaints with the game. Let's go ahead and start with the loot pool. The loot pool in Ranked Battle Royale has been changed, modified, nerfed, buffed, and constantly changed with very little consistency, causing the metagame to shift every time there's a massive update. Now, this isn't exactly that, but one of my issues is with the dual micro SMGs. See, the dual micro SMGs started out as the premier brand new SMG for the season. Now, when these guns were added to the game, they added an insane amount of damage per second and up close spraying power, meaning that the game still remained fast paced, and it was kind of, fast mags. You're just firing out, and you know what? You can reload relatively quickly, short sprays, and they're pretty decent within like the longer short range. So what was the issue with that? Apparently they were overpowered and they were dealing an insane amount of damage per second. So what did Epic Games do? They nerfed it. And I feel like that was actually the start of a lot of things feeling whack in Ranked Battle Royale. On top of that, after the nerf, it just seems like every SMG can do more with it. And if you do things like add attachments to them, they completely outclass the dual micro SMGs in practically every way. Meaning that if you land off spawn and you're contested, dual micro SMGs will probably sell you before you can deal enough damage. Now, why is that important? Because balance. Now, this feels like one of the most unbalanced metagames of Fortnite because you can land, you can grab an AR, you can get this, you can get that. But, you know, what was that, right? And some people might not remember that the combat AR was in the game as well. A higher DPS AR that dealt a ton of damage and was super satisfying to use as something that you could use hybrid as an SMG spray weapon and also as a mid to long range rifle. It was great. I loved it. But it seems like Fortnite doesn't want that to be the metagame and wants to control the time to kill or the DPS. But it seems like the way that they're doing that is removing certain items. See, there are a lot of items that deal underwhelming damage, such as the War Machine gauntlets, the War Machine Arsenal gauntlets. They deal a super slow amount of damage. Now, they're really great for breaking builds, but they don't really help. They don't really work out. So what are you left with? You're left with the dual micro SMGs and shotguns that will outdamage you by just having your your reticle on the target. If they have a micro dual SMG, they're getting, you know, it's almost like an auto loss. So when you land and you try to contest, it seems like you're very, very, very hard punished if you're not given good loot off spawn. And the issue with that is because Fortnite has always been a game where, hey, this person had a blue AR, I had a gray AR. But if you were good enough, it seems like with that gray AR, you could outplay the person with the blue AR, right? It doesn't seem to be that way with the dual micro SMGs and several guns that are in the game right now. The Sovereign Shotgun started off as a really clutch tool with the dual micro SMGs, and that became the player's go-to loadout for box fights and close quarters combat. Why did they get rid of that? I don't know, but they seemed to have the idea that we want to play with those old Marvel weapons. So you know what they did? They added the Stark rifle, and you know what they did with the Stark rifle? You know what they did with that laser weapon? They made it projectile. Not only in Battle Royale, but in Reload. Let that sink in for a second right there. The hit scan game, so the hit scan game mode has everything hit scan like it used to be, but Stark rifles, they shoot for projectile. What is up with that? That doesn't make any sense. And not only that, it seems like the loadouts are changing every week for Battle Royale. They're taking this out, they're vaulting this, they're introducing that. And it seems like the meta isn't staying in place, meaning that we might get used to, you know, having a loot path, grabbing a car, rotating from one place to another, or using mobility items in the game. It seems like that is just not a consistent option because your strat might be gone next week. So it seems like there's not too much consistency of what is and isn't in Battle Royale, not to mention that Shuri's claws were taken out while the jetpack remains, and remains completely unbalanced. So what is happening with that? I feel like there's a little bit too much happening in Battle Royale right now, and it seems like people really do prefer Reload. And you know why? It's because almost every weapon that is in Reload has been a weapon in Battle Royale at a certain point. The loot pool is much more familiar to players who have been in and out of Fortnite throughout the years, making it easier for people to drop in and just have fun with, you know, weapons that they recognize. And every few weeks, when there's an update to Reload, it's a bunch of other weapons that other people know how to use. Number two is probably that Reload is much more forgiving than Ranked Battle Royale right now, and there might need to be a change to that. See, Epic Games wants eliminations to not be the main focus of battle royales, yet they create an environment where the more eliminations you get, the faster you will go up in battle royale. And it's a little bit disproportionate because at the same time as that, you can land off spawn, get 5 kills, die at 29th place, and lose 2% in solos. Now, if you get 5 kills in reload, and, you know, let's say that 25%, you know, that's a little bit, let's say that you get about 10th, 11th percent, you're going to gain points in modes like reload as a champion, right? Depending on the amount of damage you dealt in the map and, you know, a bunch of other factors that aren't necessarily out there, you can still do really well. So it seems like you can have a really awful drop in reload and you can come back from it, and you and your teammate can play tactically, make sure one of you stays alive. It seems like in Battle Royale, you got to get that reboot card or it's clipped. So it basically seems like a 10 times more punishing experience where, you know, it's projectile, it's not hit scan, it's not as snappy, and the game just feels not as fun to play anymore, even without the inclusion of reload. But I gotta say, the addition of ranked reload might be the nail in the coffin for ranked battle royale, unless Epic Games changes the loot pool. I gotta say that, first of all, I don't want to send any hate towards Epic Games. In fact, I want to give Epic Games their props for focusing on the experience for casual players and giving us so much awesome Fortnitemares content that I am just stoked to play the game, whether it is on there or not. I'm just beyond stoked for it. Without that, I just gotta say, next, please, like, we're over here. The competitive players, we're over here. And not only that, it's not like I'm coming to you from plat or gold and telling you there. It's just, we have been grinding and doing well. And it seems like the general consensus right now is more people are not enjoying Battle Royale, and they're preferring to play Reload. And I don't know how good that is for the game long term, but it might not be the worst. And here's why. Call of Duty, since introducing the rank system, has kept both their main Warzone Battle Royale as well as Resurgence in several game modes. And not only that, there have been people who choose to play specifically that and, you know, specifically just Warzone. And regardless of what people choose to play, as long as people are still having fun in good enough numbers, the game should be fine. So do I think ranked Fortnite is done for? Probably not. Most likely it's not. But it just seems to be in a really uncomfortable spot to play right now. So I just hope that the Epic Game staff is taking care of themselves and patting themselves on the back, maybe celebrating taking a break after this insane update and the glitches, fixing a lot of the glitches and issues that were happening. But I also want to say hi. The competitive players, we really want to have a little bit better of a battle royale experience. And with that, that is the first short-term rambling video that I'm going to be posting on this channel. Thank you guys for getting me here. Thank you guys for 5K subscribers, and thank you for helping me reach the YouTube Partner Program level 2. That means the world to me. We're doing this right off the head right now, so I might be a little bit rambly, but expect some awesome content with some interesting subject matters in the future. And if you had fun and want to see more of my content, you can definitely check me out over here. I have a ton of YouTube shorts, about 500 YouTube shorts, and I have a second channel, Red Panda VGC2, where I'm doing Nintendo game playthroughs. We're currently doing The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and it's an absolute blast. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button if this video made you think about anything, and maybe there's something that I'm missing. Type in the comments down below. Also, thank you guys for being the biggest, dopest group of red pandas on the internet. That's why I'm wearing this hat today. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Peace out. Panda out.